You ready?
Hey.
You ready, Mitch? Are you ready, kids? We all know the funniest thing is when I get the hiccups and have to talk.
Yeah, a little action figure rock band.
Yeah. During the intro, we all blew
just ignore that part, people. You'll find out later.
It's our upcoming brainstorm of greatness that we're preparing. All 32 of you who listen to this.
And welcome to Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Hayden. With me, I have Mitch.
Hello.
And Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Today, we're discussing news and reviews of movies, TV shows, and video games.
Yes.
Games.
But before we begin, social media Mitch.
You can entertainthispodcast.com, which will take to our Facebook group and page. You can also go to our Twitter, which is entertain. What are you distracting me for? You can go to our Twitter, which is @thisentertain. You go to our Instagram, which is entertain.this. You can also go to our Facebook and our TikTok, which is entertain this ! And you can also check us out on Planet X Network now on Roku TVs.
Yes. All podcast, all naked.
We have a TV show deal now. Now we just need a TV show.
You know what? Suck it, Evil Entertain This. We made it to TV. You didn't.
They don't exist.
They don't even have a podcast
Good.
anymore.
We ran them right into the ground.
That's
They couldn't keep up with this pace
They didn't have the
of
stamina.
content.
Yeah.
Didn't have the
They're
stamina
like,
to
it's
keep
not
going.
it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And we're like, we sprint marathons. We're entertain this.
We're still,
Not entertain this.
we're still sprinting.
Still sprinting. Very winded. I am cramping. Where's the water stand?
Well,
Well,
who got punished?
I did.
What'd you have to watch?
Didn't you?
Yeah.
You both got punished?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Mitch.
We just look at each other like, you go. There you go.
I watched the film.
All right, first off, who punished him?
You.
The listeners did.
Which one? What was the name of the listener?
Rubber.
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Is her real name.
Screw you, Rebecca. I had to watch the French film Rubber.
And it's not about a condom.
No, not about a condom. Would have been a far more interesting film. Probably wouldn't have made any more sense. So the movie, it's Rubber the Killer Tire.
Okay.
So the movie, it opens in a desert, and there's just this like accountant-looking geek, and he's holding like 40 binoculars. Like Kip Dynamite is just stuck in the desert, just like, and a car. There's all like a dirt road, and there's all these like chairs, like fold-up chairs down this road, and like this old like 90s cop car, like not a Crown Vic, just busts a turn and strategically hits every chair.
Nice.
Stops. The trunk pops, and a cop gets out wearing sunglasses.
Nice.
He walks up to the driver's side where another man is driving in a policeman's uniform with sunglasses. He takes off his sunglasses, he hands it to him, and the guy hands him a glass of water.
Okay.
He walks up and looks directly into the camera and goes, a lot of things in movies don't make sense. Why was E.T. brown? That was one I remember. That was one that stuck out.
He was an alien?
Yeah. And he just goes, a lot of like he goes through all these things where it's like, it doesn't make sense. And then he just looks at you and goes, this is a film that doesn't make sense.
That's where you should have stopped watching.
Exactly. But I was punished. I had to. And he just looks at you. He dumps the water out and just walks back, hands the guy back the glass, takes back his sunglasses, puts them on, hops in the trunk, and closes it. And
Buckle up.
the accountant guy is holding all these binoculars, and he just starts passing them out to just these people who are just out there. And they all, like the cop car leaves, and they all turn and look, and they're all looking at it with the binoculars, and the guy just like gets on a bicycle and just leaves.
Okay.
And they're all like watching the movie on binoculars.
What movie?
This film, Rubber.
What are they? What, like, there's a screen?
No,
Oh.
they're in the desert. There's nothing.
Okay.
They're just looking, and they go, oh, it's starting. And like, there's a kid like, I don't get like what's going on. So it then cuts to this like dilapidated like shack, and there's a tire, and it starts moving in the dirt, and then like eventually it like rights itself up onto treads, rolls, falls, then it just kind of goes. And like, oh, it's about this tire, huh? And they're all these people are just watching this happen. I fell asleep 8 times during this. every time I woke up, the movie was still on. So the tire, named Robert, is basically, it's a horrible name. It's my brother's name. A stupid tire that basically is like a dog, brain-powered.
What?
Like the brain capacity of like a canine.
Okay.
But he has psychokinetic powers that can make people's heads explode.
Okay.
So he just goes around rampaging, blowing up people's heads. And the cops are trying to figure out who's like the dude at the beginning who acts like he wasn't in this movie. That was my phone. Oh. Who acts like he wasn't in the movie is now in the movie. And he's trying to figure out like how these people are dying. And eventually they figure out it's a tire blowing up people's brains.
Oh, yeah. That's
Obviously.
Makes sense.
And then we come back to the other people, like the audience, as it were. And they're just out in the desert. Like, they didn't bring anything. There's nothing. They just have binoculars. And they, like, bring them, like, poisoned turkey that they eat and start dying.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Their grand idea, eventually, after the tire kills many, many people, is to put a dummy with a voice box on it.
Okay.
The back is just covered in dynamite.
Okay.
Because they find the tire in a house watching NASCAR. So a woman is reading like insults out the thing, they literally like ding dong ditch the house. The cop runs over and just books it like a mile, where they're just all in a van, and she's got the recording thing, and like the other cop named Chad, I saw in the
It's a good name for a cop.
Yeah. Where she's like, it's obviously a woman of foreign accent reading these insults. She's like, "You are bad boy. Why don't you kill me? Do it. You are slob. I am slut." Yeah. Just saying this to the tire. Yeah. And the tire's just looking at her like, like shaking. The tire's like, and the dummy's head explodes but doesn't detonate the dynamite.
Okay.
So the cop, Chad, gets fed up, takes a shotgun. But before he does this, one of the audience people is alive because he didn't eat the turkey, and it's some dude in a wheelchair. And he's just sitting there, and he accosts them in the van, like, while the movie's happening. And he's just like, "I don't get it." He's like, "Why don't you just, like, have the dynamite explode? Like, why are you doing it?" Like, he's, like, arguing with them what the plot is and getting mad about it. And then he just, like, wheels away, and the guy, like, takes a shotgun. He goes into the house, and he shoots the tire and blows it apart. And he comes outside, and he just throws the tire at the wheelchair guy. And he's like, "Yeah, here you go. Movie's over." He just storms off. Okay. And then a tricycle comes out.
Well, this movie had a budget of $800,000.
It shows.
It made $680,000 in the box office.
Too much.
Since it's a French film, it has to mean like 15 different things. So here's some good article titles on what this is about. Like, for instance, Rubber, an ode to nihilism and the meaningless void.
Talk amongst yourselves.
The smartest dumb movie ever made.
It was the stupidest movie.
So apparently, like, there's a lot of, like, expressionism, or, maybe the satire and what they're trying to explain what's going on here, especially with it being self-aware. I have no idea, but...
It was self-aware in a very stupid way. Oh, the tricycle comes out, and the audience guy is just, like, staring at the tricycle, and he's like, "Look, I'm not part of this. I'm, like, just watching." And then the tricycle blows up his head.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. What do you rate this movie?
3 out of 10.
Wow. So not the worst movie you've ever seen.
Not the worst movie I've ever seen. It was up there. I mean, I get where they're coming from. Like, making, like, that kind of self-aware, like, depreciating.
Yeah. People said it's like, maybe a horror movie.
Like, it's not. It's a stupid tire going around blowing up people. It's just dumb. It's stupid. Like, I get, like, the satire of, like, kind of... I get what he was going for, but the execution wasn't really all there.
Well, there's a Rubber 2 coming out, apparently.
Oh, and at the end of the movie, the cop guy, they replay that bit. Turns out he wasn't even talking to us. He was talking to nobody. He was just standing out in the desert, just talking out to nothing.
Oh, okay.
For reasons I don't understand.
Maybe he's going crazy. Maybe the tire got in his head.
This was not good.
Mitch.
I had to watch House Shark.
Ooh, Nice.
It's about a house that has a poltergeist-like shark inside of it.
Okay.
So, anyways, the movie starts off with this guy and his teenage son, and
No, it doesn't.
he's telling his son, he's going out on a date, but he doesn't want to. And then when the date shows up at the door, he's like, I have to go. So
The son?
No, the dad, because the mom's dead or gone or something. I don't know.
She went to the store.
But either
Your
way,
mom's at Walmart.
he's like not happy he's going on this date, but he tells his son it's been a while.
Yeah.
And he's got this babysitter who's this good-looking girl that's obviously into him, and he just leaves her, cause she's probably in her late 20s, probably. But she's babysitting the
But she's
teenage
playing
kid.
like an 18-year-old.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, he leaves, goes on this date with this other redhead or kind of brownish-haired girl. And then
Not that matters, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Then the son, she's like, all right, you have to go to bed. The babysitter tells him to go to bed. Then she goes into the bathroom, and for reasons unknown, completely disrobes to go take a dump.
I mean,
Do you not do that?
Yeah,
Look, sometimes
if it's bad enough.
the dump dictates the dress code.
Yeah.
Well, she's sitting there on the toilet,
We've
and all
all
of a
been
sudden,
there.
you see her, because they're showing from, waist up, and you're seeing her, she's sitting there, and she goes, she's being pulled down, like in Jaws.
Jaws.
Like
Water
From the butt cheek.
Then the next thing,
stand up.
Were they making like poopy noises and stuff?
Yes, yes, they were. I mean, even the babysitter was like, "Oh God!" and when she starts ducking down like she's being pulled, next thing you know, you just see her move like she's going down. It cuts away, cuts back, and she's like, "Ah!" But you can't see her. You just see blood coming out of the toilet and pieces going everywhere.
So that came through the pipe.
I guess.
All right.
Because then the guy comes home.
Now another reason to be afraid to go poop.
The dad comes home and just wait.
What, did you poop with the lights off after this, Mitch?
Who the hell poops in the dark? Why?
The guy comes home and he's got hair all around his face that wasn't there before, glued to his face.
It was one of those dates, huh?
Yeah. And he's like, bye. He's like,
The rides are free.
Oh, gross.
and when he goes in, he tells his son goodnight, and then he starts looking for the babysitter. He opens the door, and there's blood all over the wall of the toilet, and there's a shark fin sticking out of the toilet. I was like, what is the point?
We should just watch this movie together.
Did he close the door?
He does. He screams and then slams the door shut. And then he goes 3 months later.
What?
3 months later, these people have been living in their backyard in a tent. He's afraid to go inside the house.
Where do they poop? Obviously not there.
No, not that toilet.
The bad part is you could tell they filmed this out of order because he still had the yellow glue around his face for the next scene. That was supposed to be 3 months later.
Wow.
But they're on a tight schedule, Mitch.
Well, then, then the guy's ex-wife comes into the backyard and she's like, "What are y'all back here for? You can't leave him in the backyard." So she takes the son, and then he calls an exorcist because somebody's been trying to sell the house because he hasn't paid for it,
Right.
and he's trying to keep people from going in the house. Well, then this death metal rocker looking guy and his emo looking girl with their different colored dyed hair and stuff, they're in there. And they're like, I really like this house. And then the real estate agent and the guy that owned the house is outside arguing. "You can't have them in there. What are you doing?" Well, while they're in there, they start making out. And they're like, "Let's just do it right here." So then let's just say they get killed.
Yeah, because they summon the shark with their,
Nudity.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that owns the house and the real estate agent run up to the window.
And they're like, oh, yeah.
And it cuts back to the guy and the girl. And she's like, "You can't put your finger up my butt while we're in someone else's house." Well, then when they die, when the other two run up to the window, the guy this gets thrown against the window with blood splatter, and he has a butthole around his finger.
Oh my.
Yes, I don't know why.
I'm so happy I picked this movie. This is amazing stuff.
Well, then they finally get somebody to exorcise the shark poltergeist, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's this Native American that's dressed like a Sith Lord. They do like
Darth Ten Bear.
It's like a 10, 15-minute buildup of how powerful this guy is. Like, he's using force powers and
Okay.
Oh, no, he used one force power like the guy was complaining, and he just backhands him with the force. So they build it up. He puts on, like, he's got his hatchet. He's got a Native American.
He gets eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, they
All this build up for a cool character who just gets schwacked in the first second.
He opens the door, turns around, and goes, "I've got this." He just gets yanked off screen.
So is it?
He did not have that.
Was it a CG shark?
No.
It wasn't.
It was a real shark.
It was like somebody had a shark costume. But you would only see, like, it's like they would just lean the head into frame and pull out.
It was like you could see the felt.
And then, like,
It was the shark hand puppet.
I lost count of what was actually going on because the next scene, he's gone and got this other person that's going to help exorcise the shark demon or whatever from the house. And they're like, he's like, I don't know if he's German. He's got like the Swedish, like, with a.
Why are you rubbing your
overall.
nipples?
He's
He
got
has
this
Lederhosen.
Lederhosen, yeah.
Yeah, it's German.
That guy comes in and he's going to help him get rid of the shark.
Oh, you have shock, yeah?
Something happens to where they're like fighting to kill him. I think he gets possessed by the shark, maybe.
Okay.
But then they put like a filter over the camera to where they're fighting underwater in the house.
What?
I don't know why.
Are they like floating?
They're just moving real slow, like they're in the water, and they have like little bubbles that come up.
like a low budget space movie.
I don't know what happens after that. Like, I don't understand what was going on.
Well, did they get rid of the shark?
Yes and no.
Okay. Does he die? The main guy die?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
He marries the shark and they live happily ever
they
after.
blow up the house.
Oh. Okay.
But when they blow up the house,
They release
they like zoom out and the whole neighborhood's gone. And there's like a pit to hell where it's like just smoke and fire coming out of the pit.
So they done effed up hardcore.
And then the guy's like picking up pieces of another guy that's still talking
Okay.
that he had with him. And
He's like holding his head. He's like, yeah,
I was
I'm
really
looking for you on.
confused.
It sounds like they just started an idea and then they just went with it until it got off the rails and then some.
You know what kind of bums me out? Neil Breen hasn't done anything in a while.
I don't know what he's doing.
And another thing that bothered me is that the dad kept calling the ex-wife Lady Bird. He's like, "Don't worry, Lady Bird." She's like, "It's your ex-wife." She's like making fun of and like demeaning him, and he's like, "It's all right, Lady Bird." It's like, what is wrong with you? That bothered me.
He's current, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Sith guy was Darth Squanto.
Did they call him Darth?
Darth Squanto.
They call him that in the movie.
Yes.
That's offensive.
Really?
Yeah.
So, best movie ever seen?
I have to give it like a 1.5.
So
This was a bad movie.
This sounds
let me
terrible.
ask you the bad movie trifecta. Did it have like? Could you understand the audio?
I could, yes.
Okay, so there's that. All right.
That's a 0.5.
Did like the shots look normal for a movie? Like, could you understand what was going on in the shots, or did that like the sequence and the editing not make any sense and you were confused?
Visually, I could see the sequence and editing. I have no idea what was going on.
Okay, so it was poorly edited.
So we'll give it that puts it up to a 1.
All right. So was there subtitles?
No.
Okay.
Mitch
So it's-
only watches movies
So
with
it's,
subtitles.
so it's still at a 1.
I mean, the good audio part. I mean, you got to give it that. So
It's not easy.
yeah. All right.
I had no idea what was going on in this movie.
1.5.
After the babysitter was like sucked into the toilet, I was completely
Mitch
lost.
was like, all right, we're done.
I didn't know. What
That's the
was,
second instance in a horror movie I've heard of that happening.
Of somebody being sucked into the toilet. What was the?
Yeah. That one with Treat Williams where they're on the cruise ship that gets like attacked by like the super octopus thingy.
I don't know.
It was a little bit more high budget. This was in theaters.
Really? What's the one where the toilet's possessed and it eats somebody?
I remember the toilet being possessed in what? Look Who's Talking.
Yeah.
That was just that was a creepy.
It was. Hey, baby, give me some poopy.
I remember that. I was like, huh.
That's probably what I'm thinking of. But yeah. All right. Well, I think There's still plenty of shark movies out there.
Oh yes, yes.
We've been beating the hell out of them, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. So, well, all right.
Movies.
Welcome to the movies.
Enjoy the show.
Little roller coaster.
I shortened it for y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Good, because it was obnoxiously long. I watched a film, Mr. Carr and the Knights Templar.
It's a punishment film.
It sounds like a punishment.
It does sound like a punishment film. It borderline was a punishment film.
Was it about a car and the Knights Templar?
Yeah, both were involved.
Okay.
What do you think the story is? Just like, that's the title of the film. What do you think is a rough idea of what happens?
The car goes back in time
No.
to Arthurian legend era.
No.
Oh, okay.
The car had to pull a tire from the rock.
The one rock to rule them all.
The car had to remove the tire from the rim. No.
One time.
This is a Polish movie,
Hmm.
and I'm guessing it's Polish.
Why did you watch this movie?
Because it was on Netflix. It was new movies came out 2023, and it's like Mr. Carr and the Knights Templar. And I guess my parents had watched half of it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
That
oh,
was your key. They watched the half and stopped.
well, I mean, I figured they fell asleep. That's like them. Once we hit 8 o'clock, at that point, my dad's passed out on the couch. And then he has to be like stirred, dragged upstairs, and then that's it. He's down for the count until like 5 in the morning. And then he's up and drinking coffee. But this film, it's a Polish film, dubbed into English, late 60s, 70s
Oof.
setting. Not when
Oh.
it was made. It was
Oh.
made in 2023.
Okay.
So young treasure hunter man
Uh-huh.
is running up some logs, and
Illinois Joseph.
no, Mr. Tomasz,
Oh, okay.
which is like the Eastern European, like Hungarian, Polish version of saying Thomas.
I like an Indiana Jones spoof.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Illinois Moe's.
Well, there's an Indiana.
Yeah.
It was Indiana Jonesy at the start. He's like running around. There's like setting up some mirrors, trying to find this Templar cross, this special stuff, all while being hunted by a Spanish-speaking man who dressed very much like Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Oh, okay, cool.
who also throws knives. He gets there. There's all these just dead henchmen about.
Yeah.
Now, this dude can't kill anybody to save his life after this.
Right.
He's just like, his nickname was Adios. And I was like, why?
It was like the one Spanish word they knew in Poland.
Yeah. So you have that guy. He gets the cross. It's supposed to lead to this like hidden Templar treasure from the Crusades plot.
Uh-huh.
Then he's like doing this press conference, and he's like, yeah, I'm great. I work alone. Yeah, I got the cross. You know, we're gonna find the big treasure in the museum. It belongs in a
Big
museum.
treasure, lots of ladies.
It belongs in a museum.
Wow, they're crazy.
I'm very self-absorbed. Away he goes. So he has this fancy car that also doubles as like a boat because it just drives in water.
Okay.
Like it doesn't sink. Like the tires don't fold up. It has like an outboard engine on the back. And just
So it's amphibious. Yeah.
it's an amphibious vehicle.
Mm.
It is by sea and land. It can go. I had not seen it fly. That might be in the sequel.
Okay.
Like chitty chitty bang bang.
Nice.
So there's the angry, angsty reporter woman
Mm-hmm.
who's like, "Oh, you're doing this because you're self-conceited and absorbed, and
He's like, yeah.
it's like you." So she's giving him the business. Cut to summer camp in Poland, which looks like 1891 Russia,
Okay.
and they're dressed like it's that, like just peasant kids,
Okay.
but like dressed up like Boy Scouts of America.
All right.
You have like the cool kids, and then there's the loser kids, and the loser kids, like the three of them, like, you know, the boy, the girl, the boy, they all click. You know, they're hanging out, doing kid stuff, running around the woods. No supervision whatsoever at all. I want you to remember that. There's no supervision at all.
Okay. I will remember that.
So the kid is obsessed with like finding this treasure
Mm-hmm.
because a woman who's like a witch shaman person,
A druid.
also of like descent of like special people from during the Crusades in that time in that land.
Like druids?
No, not like druids. That's England. So she hosts a contest to find the other cross to lead people to the secret Templar treasure.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally the boys like, oh, we're going to go. So they hitchhike their way up there. They meet reporter woman. They're faking like a medical emergency in the middle of the street. She just stops the car, and the girl like pulls her aside. They talk about it, and she just goes, all right, get in the car. We're going. So now she's kidnapping
Okay.
3 children.
Nice.
One is an orphan, so technically she is adopting.
Oh, okay. All right.
One. The other 2, just along for the ride.
Mm.
They go meet like and they're in like this dumb, like medieval looking tent, but it's like the 70s, but they got like hippie people like running around in Poland, and it just looks stupid.
All right. I still don't know where we're going with this, but okay.
Me either. So the handsome, swashbuckling
Illinois Mose.
Mose character, he shows up. And the lady's like, for anybody to be like in this quest to find the other thing, there has to be teams, 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you're not, you're excluded. You'll be kicked out, beaten to death, dragged away, thrown off a cliff.
What?
It's not that serious.
Okay.
So he doesn't want to join forces with the kids because the kids are like, the one kid like idolizes this guy, like the orphan kid. And he's like, oh, Mr. So-and-so, like, oh, yeah. And the guy's like, no, I work alone. And he's like just standing off, like looking around and goes, damn, everybody's partnered up. So he finally goes, all right, but here's the conditions. And he joins their little team, and they kind of bond. And then the Adios guy's just like running around at night dressed up like Stevie Ray Vaughan with like the hat, the vest, with just a bandolier of knives.
Trying to kill people.
The fancy trench coat with the flappy bit at the top. And he's just running about, just going, adios.
How's that go again?
Just going, adios, like throwing knives at people and like not hitting anyone. It's just so stupid.
It's like the fort guy from Mystery Man.
So basically, like the kid's figuring out all these clues because the guy can't, because he's so self-centered he can't have perspective.
Okay.
So anyway, the police show up
Oh.
and arrest them because they have the kids,
Oh.
because they're kidnappers, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kids were reported missing,
That makes sense.
obviously. And then the police just show up and go, all right, your story checks out. And they let him go.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make sense.
So Adios shows up with a policeman hostage. All of them have guns.
Uh-huh.
He walks in with a knife. Yep, he won. He
Oh.
won. So they all get locked up. He kidnaps the orphan boy. The other dude, Pryor, got the main guy, Indiana Mose, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
He got mad. He drove off in his fancy car.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up like wrecking in nothing. He just wrecked, and he goes.
Pulls over.
He just pull. Well, he just like goes like off the road, like into a field, like no trying to do anything, just like, and just flips the car, just.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I realized my mistake. Like, the kids are important. So he goes, he rescues everybody. They go. That was the power flickering. So he goes, he rescues him. It's kind of like Goonies-esque, where, like, they kind of team up, and, like, it's like a family kind of deal. And they run. They find the treasure. Adios gets impaled by an orb that suddenly is, I mean, it is smooth. Like, there is no gaps, nothing.
Uh-huh.
And then it shoots huge daggers out of it.
Okay.
So he dies. Finally.
All right. You've lost me, like.
So the secret
Two
treasure of the Templars
Okay. Yeah.
is
Templar.
children.
All right. So, anyways, this movie, was it a comedy?
No.
Okay. So, was it a family movie?
No.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Was it,
family, adventure, treasure, foreign.
was there like language and sex or anything?
No.
Like that? So violence.
I mean, very minimal,
All right.
but like not like blood going everywhere. Just like a body with like a dagger, but like no blood sticking out of the
So
back.
what was the point of this movie?
The treasure of the Templars and Mr. Carr. So the guy, they all have their own little code names. The little boy's Eagle
Of course,
Eye.
the Catholic Church would say that the treasure.
The other guy is Mentor, and then the main guy, because of his car, they call him Mr. Carr.
All right. What would you rate this movie, Tom?
9 out of 10. It was a fantastic film. I enjoyed every second of it.
Did you really?
Now, what
No.
would you really rate this movie?
I give it a 6 out of 10. It was like, it was dumb. It was incredibly predictable, but I couldn't help but just keep watching just because it was kind of like,
The true treasure is friendship.
well, no, it was just, it had a little flair to it.
A little flair.
It had a little flair to it. I don't know what it was. It had that little something that was just like, you know what? Like, I'm kind of just enjoying this. I don't know why.
Polish flair.
But, yeah, very Polish, very dreary.
I'm surprised
Poland.
Russia didn't invade in the middle of this movie.
Oh, no, they did. That was towards the end of the movie.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. They did. But, I mean, it had a little, like, something to it that was
yeah.
just kind of like, you know what? This isn't, like, it's bad. It's not a good movie. But it had, I just don't get it. Like, it had that X factor.
That X factor.
That X factor that just made it kind of like, you know what? This isn't that terrible.
So if you were a judge, you push the button and turn around.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, there you go.
I'd.
Timmy!
History began on July 4th, 1776.
Everything before that was an accident.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Well, I watched a TV show.
Wrestling!
I did watch wrestling. But I also watched The Walking Dead, Dead City. And I'm just kind of like, yeah.
I forgot that was coming out.
Yeah, it's got one more episode for this first season. It only had 6 episodes.
First season.
Yeah.
Season.
Yeah.
Implying there will be more.
I mean, I haven't seen the last episode, even though supposedly it was supposed to come out. It comes out the 20th, but if you have AMC Plus, you can watch it early on Wednesdays
Oh, okay.
instead of Sundays. But it didn't come out. For some reason, Amazon Prime has 2 episode 5s instead.
Whoops.
They went, watch this one again.
But, I mean, it feels like it's just a side quest from the original show. It's Maggie and Negan are going to New York to find Maggie's kid that was kidnapped by this new character called the Croat.
The Croat?
In Manhattan.
The
Yeah.
Croat.
Croat. Croat.
They're just giving up on names now?
He's supposedly like Croatian, and so they just call him the Croat. He was a guy that used to work for Negan, but he was so far out there that Negan chased him off.
Okay.
So he's just
He was too extreme for Negan.
he
The
died-
guy with a
Yeah.
baseball bat he thinks is sentient, wrapped in barbed wire, beating people upside the head to death.
So why does this character want Maggie's kid?
he basically went to their. Somehow he knew where Maggie was staying and went to their place, stole all their food, and said that he'll be back next month and he wants twice the amount. And he took Maggie's kid as collateral.
And the upper deck their toilet.
Isn't that like the
But you don't see any of that. It's just that's how the show starts.
That's so stupid.
Yeah,
that's the story. That's a Bug's Life. That's the Bug's Life story.
pretty much.
Yeah, the
I
grasshopper.
haven't seen that movie in so long.
But basically, Manhattan, early during the pandemic, before the zombies took over and all that, they blew up all the bridges. So if you're on, either you were on the island and became a zombie, or you survived, but everybody that was there is still there.
As a zombie.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And they're just wandering the streets.
Of Manhattan.
So
Yeah.
is it like The Walking Dead with a bigger budget or something?
I mean, not really. It's still about the same as like the end towards the end of the regular Walking Dead, as far as like production value, amount of people on screen, and all that.
I don't know what they're doing with this show.
I don't either.
Like. Was there an ending to The Walking Dead?
Kinda. I mean, they left it open ended so that these other people could have their own things.
So
I mean, but this feels like it's just a side quest that should have been part of like the main story. Like these 2 characters go off and do this while the other ones are doing this.
So it's like Fear the Walking Dead, but with more.
No, Fear the Walking Dead's better. At least it's completely separate, doing their own thing in a whole other world that's not connected to these original people anymore.
But didn't they cross over? Didn't they come back to like hanging out with the?
No, Fear the Walking Dead, the only person that crossed over was Morgan. And then the guy that had burned his face, I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Dale.
No, it wasn't
Jim.
But anyways, they go off. And they're the only ones involved with that other show.
Nick.
But they don't like cross over a bunch.
So how'd they get to the island of Manhattan? Do they take a boat or do they just take the Lincoln Tunnel?
They do take a boat because all the tunnels have been flooded.
Oh, there you go.
But they take like a little John boat to get over there. And anytime a boat goes to Island Manhattan, the Croat has his people sink it because that's his island. He owns it, according to him. But there are other like little groups that have been surviving, and they have like zip lines between the tall buildings and stuff like that.
I mean, that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it creates a unique landscape
It does, but
for a zombie.
So Negan and Maggie are like best friends now.
Oh no, Negan is trying to redeem himself, and Maggie still hates his guts.
But they're working together.
She needs him because she needs somebody like him to be able to get into these people's mindset. And then she finds out that Negan knows who he is, and that's not go over well either.
So
Correct me if I'm wrong. Negan is the one who killed Glenn.
Yes.
Her husband.
Yes.
Yeah, I would totally would have shot him in the face.
Well, so they're gonna milk this for a couple seasons, huh?
It's not. I mean, it would be all right as a limited series, like a one-off. But
Right.
I don't know because I don't know what happens in episode 6, but it doesn't seem like it's about to be resolved from episode 5. So I guess they are. It really does not need to be. It should be a limited series, if anything at all, and just finish it up.
Okay.
Because, like, I mean, he kidnaps the guy or Maggie's son, and then they're going after to get him. That's pretty much the whole plot.
Okay.
So, the only reoccurring characters are Negan and Maggie. Everything else is new people.
And Rick!
So they've had The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead,
The World Beyond.
The World Beyond, and which got canceled, I think.
Yeah, it had one season.
And then they have this, which is called what?
Walking Dead, Dead City.
Okay, and then they have a Rick Michonne spinoff coming out.
Yeah, that'll be coming out. And then they have Daryl Dixon, which will be coming out in September.
It's just called Daryl Dixon.
It is.
The Daryl Dixon. Sometimes zombies, sometimes it's just a sweaty guy smoking Marlboros, wearing Wayfarers, riding a motorcycle.
Just whispering mumbles.
I mean,
I was in the Boondock Saints.
the show, like the regular Walking Dead, had gotten kind of ridiculous, but it had some redeeming episodes that were fun to watch. This one just seems pointless. I mean,
Well, look, the whole show is very, like why exist? Nihilism. Like why keep going? It's depressing, and like you think like there's gonna be like a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have some sort of like community or friends, family. That's what keeps people alive in the apocalypse. No, it's just more and more depression and cannibalism and zombies. Yeah, and you're just like. I'm so
like when they
upset
found the
watching
town
this.
and like Rick found like the woman or whatever and like they liked each other or something and like they had the kids and like the one kid got like bitten on top of the head by a zombie.
yeah.
But granted, that kid was like a douche.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, but then like he has that girl, right?
Yeah.
Well, the first episode of the next season, she gets eaten.
Yeah.
and he just like leaves her. He cuts her hand off to get away from her because she's like holding on to him. Yeah, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you're like that was like his fling for like 4 episodes, and then he like
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When they're in like Alexandria.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the town?
Yeah.
the whole show is just a depressing mess.
Well,
The only good one that was like when Lori died because she was just nonsense the entire time. She was just stirring the pot.
Well, they shouldn't have gotten rid of Frank Darabont. That's what.
To me, I liked the show up until, like, I liked it through the first, meeting Negan.
First 2 seasons.
No, I mean, I liked it all the way up through meeting Negan and like their first season with Negan. But then they should have ended that and lived in Alexandria, happily ever.
The first 2 seasons were Darabont, who did like The Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption, and he really was all about this. But
and those were a lot more cinematic looking and feeling.
and AMC got crazy with control, and Darabont left.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the show just progressively went downhill.
Yeah, it's if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, you'll like it. Like, you'll want to watch it. But other than that,
Do they even have source material anymore, or are they just making up stuff?
at this point, I think they're making it up.
All right.
Because I'm pretty sure,
They've gone Game of Thrones.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the story changed at the end of The Walking Dead originally, and then this is just made up stuff going on from here.
Okay, well, moving on. 2 games. All right, so I played a little game called Diablo 4.
Hey, me too.
Me too.
Or if you say Diablo backwards, it's Old Boyd.
Oh, Boyd.
Oh, Boyd.
All right. Yeah, I played Diablo since Diablo 2. I was pretty big into that. It was computer only back in the day, and it was like Diablo was like one of the first like big dungeon crawler games that kind of set the genre as far as I can remember. There might be like Baldur's Gate or something like that. I don't know which came first, but basically you make a character, you go with friends, you clear dungeons, get a bunch of loot, come back, make stuff better, rinse and repeat, over and over again until you max out.
I remember that game at a time where it was just the sequel PC games. It was Diablo 2, StarCraft 2, and Warcraft 2.
Yeah, they were great games, and all of them were owned by Blizzard. So Diablo 4, I played Diablo 3, and I just did the campaign, and I was like, whatever. Diablo 4 is a little bit more cinematic. It takes itself a little bit more serious, I think. And it has the core essentials of a dungeon crawling game, like the rinse and repeat grind, But there's so many stats, so many loot minutia that, adding this piece of gear with this skill aspect, while activating it at a certain time will proc whatever ability which makes it so you can, have +2 to attack or whatever. It's a lot of science, but it is fascinating. And because you'll go and you clear out a whole dungeon, and then you try one new thing and you can actually kill enemies faster, and you're like, okay, so and then you keep playing with your character, keep building and trying something new and tweaking a little bit, and after about 20 hours or so, you're just like amassing so much damage on crowds of enemies that you feel like a superhero. So like that aspect of the game is a lot of fun. The story's okay. I mean, it's just a continuation. Like, I don't know, it's an alternate universe where an angel and a demon created humans, and they live in this place called Sanctuary. And there were 3 primevals: Baal, Mephisto, and Diablo. They're all like, they can't die, but they can be trapped or like regrow in hell. And the main antagonist in this game her name is Lilith, and she's the daughter of Mephisto, and she's trying to go and consume him.
But she's also the creator of Sanctuary.
Yeah, the creator. Yeah, because humans are like very low on the totem pole. It's always been angels and demons, and then So, but because you were created by an angel and a demon, you have the ability to amass great power and kill them all.
Kill them all!
Pretty much. So that's essentially the game. Is you're playing a wanderer. There's 4 classes: barbarian, druid, necromancer, rogue, and sorcerer. That's 5 classes. And you're pursuing Lilith to try and stop her from taking over the world.
And you play as
I play as a rogue.
Mitch, you played as
Barbarian.
And I played as a druid. Jude.
Tom just turned into a big bear and ran around.
Smacking people upside the head.
Yeah. So like the cinematics, like there's 2 kinds of cinematics.
Cinematics are pretty impressive.
There's in-game cinematics, which are really pretty, and then there's like the we CG'd everything. We did like movie quality cinematics, which are amazing.
Yeah,
they're
like, really detailed too.
There's like there's an end of the game cinematic when you get to the basically right before the final boss fight. It's like 15 minutes long, and you just forget you're playing a game. You're like, whoa,
this is a great movie.
It is. It's quite beautiful. And that Blizzard has always been known for that, especially in their Diablo games, having like blowing away the audiences with their cinematics. So, I actually didn't skip. I watched everything, and I kind of got into the story. It was interesting.
Which is hilarious because
skip it,
Hayden, skip it, Brandon. Because when I played with them, because I started playing, this is the first Diablo game I ever played. I'm trying to get leveled up before, like, we're all going to get on at a certain time. Like, let me get the game. Let me try to get my bearings, so I'm not totally useless, and you have to drag my dead body along with you. And I got, like, level, 15 or something, or 16 by the time Hayden got online. Hayden and Evan get online, and immediately they're like, join us. Like, come on. And it's just like, now I'm, like, in, like, their quest, and it's just, like, the cinematic goes, skip it! Like, I already beat the game. It's like, I haven't, but he's still shouting at me. And Mr. I did. Yes, you did?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you should watch all this stuff. The story is actually kind of interesting.
I was, but I was also taking damage because you guys skipped it because you had already seen.
You can't take damage if you're watching a cutscene.
I swear I was taking.
It might look like it, but you're not.
I was getting beaten up
I'm sorry,
while I was standing there.
but
I also think it's hilarious that I'm like the Kingpin size from like Spider-Verse. I'm just like this like hulking Nicolas Cage looking cave guy.
Yeah, so like once you kind of understand your character, and each one of the classes are very different, require weapons and gear specific to them that you farm over and over again, and and then you figure out your abilities, your gear aspects, and all that stuff, and figure out the best culmination for whatever you're going for, because you could build a class in 5 different ways. Some are arguably better than others.
I went with Thunder Bear.
Yeah.
I'm just basically a tank.
Which is good because I'm very squishy.
Me and Hayden were playing after y'all got off, and there was like we played a couple of boss fights. He was like, "Oh, I barely made it." He's like, "How many potions do you have left?" I was like, "I'm full health. I got 4 potions still."
Yeah. All I could do is I can do insane damage, but if I get hit a couple times, I'm dead.
He was going over there fighting other things. I was fighting the main bad guy, just swinging my big sword back and forth, just creating bleed on the character.
I mean, you do you. But so the game came out in June.
Last week, right?
June 5th is when it came out.
Okay, so 15 days. So 2 weeks ago.
They just
June 5th.
I thought you said my bad. I thought it was July.
As of today of this recording,
yes, I know.
They did the season 1 update. So essentially, like they're assuming that anybody who's got the game has already beaten the campaign, and it takes about 20 to 40 hours to beat the campaign. So it's not that.
I have not beaten the campaign.
It's not that hard. But what you can do is you can just make a new character, and then once you beat the campaign, you'll be injected into all the seasonal stuff. So for this first season, I think like the first season's 12 weeks. So you got plenty of time. And if you have beaten the game, you can just go straight to the seasonal content, which is what I did under a new character, which I picked another rogue. And then
shocking.
And then you can, but all the things that carry over is beating the campaign, and then like the map exploration. If you've uncovered parts of the map, that carries over, and some like if you've found some like statues and stuff like that.
So basically, everything I did means nothing.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's great.
Well, that's the way the game
I'm glad I
works.
spent $70.
They really want you to they really want to encourage players to try every season to make a new character and try different things is what they're trying to do. So the game goes as crazy as you want it.
Tom like big character, swing big sword.
Okay, you can do that. You can always do that.
Did we not learn this from Elden Ring?
The game can be as difficult as you want it. So like they have world tiers, and I think it goes up to world tier 4. Where it's like
if you die, that's it.
No, that's hardcore mode. Hardcore mode is
that's right.
Is if you make a character under that setting, and like the rewards are greater for hardcore mode, but if you die, your character's deleted.
I thought about doing that, but because I died twice since I've played.
With my luck, I'd get towards the end and die, and I would throw my controller right through my television.
The game difficulty ramps up pretty substantial towards the end of the game.
It's like because I think they give percentages
for what
for the difficulty. Like how much it is, because I think there's like the first one, which is what I did because I never played a Diablo game.
World Tier 1?
Yeah, then World Tier 2 was like plus 20.
Well, I'm talking about like,
Then it was like plus 40.
It doesn't matter what World Tier you're in. The closer you get to the end of the game, the more difficult.
Well, naturally.
Because they have more bosses and more enemies on screen and stuff like that, and then all these effects that they do to you. So, but then, yeah, if you choose to play, you can, I think, always upgrade your World Tier if you want to.
Like I did see that.
I'm playing on World Tier 2 for this new character, and so it's already substantially harder. And I can imagine what it's like on World Tier 4. There's been players that have
they come to your house and kill you.
Yeah. There's been players that like blew Blizzard's mind because like in 2 weeks they beat it on hardcore mode on World Tier 4, the hardest dungeon setting that's possible. Like
it's because they don't have lives. They don't have jobs.
But it's like number crunching. Like, essentially, if you're an accountant, you can figure out what stat goes best with what and just know how to, like, best build a character. And, yeah, so I'm not going to, like, I don't know, rip the soul out of the game by doing all that. I'm going to play a character and do what I like and see what works, But I have been researching a little bit on better class builds and things like that. So
I did see a couple videos where they were like talking about like class builds, like just for, like the druid stuff, like the updates, and the guy's just talking about like all these stat numbers, this, that, and the other. And I'm just sitting there looking. I'm like, I might as well just try to learn like thermonuclear dynamics.
yeah, it is very involved. Like there's so many terminologies and stuff like that that I have no idea what they are.
Well, like when I first got the game, because I bought it just a little bit before you. Now, granted, you've surpassed me in level and everything. Yeah. But when I first bought it, I knew that I saw something about the season, the whole thing's going to reset. Right. So I built everything that I've done so far into those first two swings, like the power swing and then your just constant melee.
Yeah.
I built those up as high as I could, and then I built everything else to just kind of boost that to where the more I hit, the more damage. I think as long as I'm in Fury mode, hitting the X button where he does like the quick slashes. Yeah. As long as he's in Fury mode, every hit he gets like 2% health for each hit.
Yeah, you got to learn
after that and stuff like that.
All the weird little details of your class. Like I know barbarians are about weapon expertise, so apparently you can do any weapon in the game.
Yeah.
And the more you do a weapon, the better you become with it. So, like, you have to learn how to do all that stuff. I'm not familiar that much with it.
I got my little bubble that pops up where I'm completely invulnerable for 6 seconds, and I can just stand there and just swing at everything close.
Yeah. It's a fun game. It's great for a team kind of like co-op playthrough. The dungeons are really interesting. The bosses are wild. And they have, like, world events, kind of like public events and
Destiny.
Yeah, but the rewards are always greater and like awesome rewards in this. And I'm sure like there'll be super rare, like one of a kind stuff that because Diablo 3 had like a Guinness World Book of Records for like the most expensive piece of gear that somebody had paid money for, like $20,000 or something like that. So
sort of 1,000 shrews.
Yeah, it'll probably have something like that.
They gave me $999,000 or $1 million.
I'm just getting so much money. So yeah,
it didn't really help out. Everything's reset now. So.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's why.
So all my money's gone
for that. If you want to build a new character, yes.
What about my character?
So the character that you've already built, you can do whatever you want to, but it cannot access the seasonal stuff. You have to start a new character in order to get to the more in-game seasonal stuff. So, essentially every
Tom's
season,
brow furrows.
Every season you have to make a new character. So in 12 weeks after all this, I'll also make a new character again.
You just add more levels to the character so you can continue to gain experience.
They want you to constantly rebuild new characters.
Every other game figured that out.
Because in 12 weeks, I'll be like, hey, maybe
like
I
Destiny, when the light level was 250, and then it was 350, and then it was 450, and then
1,003.
Yeah, but like that, I never played any of the other classes.
I'm not playing.
Flips the table.
I don't know. It'll be a good excuse for you to be like, yeah. It'll be a good excuse for you to be like, you know what? I'm going to try this barbarian class out. New season's coming.
I want to be a barbarian. I want to be the Thunder Bear. I'm Tom Thunder Bear.
So there you go. There's my review. I give it an 8 out of 10. I do think that, they're not being continuous stuff for that one character is kind of a negative.
Yeah.
But I can see them forcing you out of your comfort zone to try new stuff. I can understand that. 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. In the world of news, we have movies.
On tonight's program, blood and death fill the streets. I don't know. I just always thought like news people just talk like that stuffy kind of
like Walter Cronkite.
Yeah, that Walter Cronkite was like 482 people have been killed this week looking for the golden ticket in Wonka bars. Anyway,
you had movies go.
Movie news. There isn't any. They're all on strike. They're all mad. But I will talk about the Barbenheimer. Like craze that's just taking over everything. Everything's they've done like movie trailers, like fake posters of all this stuff where it's like Barbie but Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And then I did see back when I was in college there was it still exists today. There's a website called Total Frat Move, which back in the day was like the funny stuff. Well, that was 10 years ago. Now it's kind of like, but they pitched the idea of like the Barbenheimer like frat party, and it's like a bunch of girls running around dressed up as Barbies, a bunch of dudes dressed up as like deranged scientists on the edge. It's just like me and Hate were joking about. It's just like some guys like, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds, and some girl just goes, I'm a Barbie girl. But that's literally like everything I've been seeing on Facebook, Twitter, social media. It's just all Barbie, all Oppenheimer.
Well,
that is it. These are the two biggest movies of like the last 5 years.
I
it feels
have a
like.
theory why I think people are like freaking out about these two movies.
Well, the sales have gone out of control for like double feature to go see both the same time.
Because they're both original movies.
I don't recall a single movie about Oppenheimer off the top of my head. I imagine there have been.
But like it's not based off of anything. It's
but not like Nolan doing something.
Right.
So
Well,
you have
you
that.
say original. One's about an action figure. One's about
but
the
it's
actual history.
Hang on. A doll. That's not an action figure.
It's not a movie that's been a sequel or
True.
based off of a TV show.
I mean, there are Barbie like animated movies.
Okay, but it has nothing to do with that. So and Greta Gerwig is pretty funny. Like I think that the satire and like the over the top pink and the stupid Ken stuff and all that. I think it's actually kind of fun.
I saw that John Cena's in the Barbie movie. Also.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's got long blonde hair.
Is he ultimate Ken?
I don't know what he is, but I saw like a still picture where he's dressed up and he's got some kind of necklace on. He's got long blonde hair for it.
I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
jacked.
I mean,
if they did Action League now, real life, he could play the Flash. He just walks around, just blurred out around the
He'd do it too.
He would do it. We can make that movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I definitely want to see Oppenheimer the most, but I kind of want to see the Barbie movie.
the more like this movie keeps getting thrown because like all the like the myriad of ads.
Yeah, they're funny though.
Because like I saw like the angry Ken like sad where he's like I was like I hit skip like immediately. I was just like, what is this?
Huh? My wife, before I left today, she goes, "Are y'all gonna review the Barbie movie?" I said, "Maybe." I don't know.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we won't. We probably will.
Probably will.
We'll definitely talk about Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
I'm seeing that first
because we talked about that was a bit of news I gave a while ago that they were going to make that movie.
Oh, Oppenheimer, yeah. I've been tracking. I watch Christopher Nolan.
I'm excited to see the film.
So,
I hope it doesn't suck.
I don't know. Sometimes Christopher Nolan can kind of be stupid with narratives and timey-wimey things and make it so you're just like, all right, just tell me the story straight, man.
There'll be some biographer who comes out and goes, I don't know what drugs he was doing, but here's what really happened.
Yeah. All right. So TV news,
Mitch.
The Andor season 2 it's been put on hold. It was in almost completely made with post production until the actor strike. So now they just shut down whatever they were doing with it. So Andor season 2's it's on hold. Which the first season is pretty good. It's kind of like Ocean's 11 Star Wars.
I know that he dies in the end.
Oh yeah,
but not until the movie.
And then actually Nickelodeon is going to bring back the original Ninja Turtles cartoon and put it on TV.
Oh, nice.
So it says original Ninja Turtles series will be put on TV, all 193 episodes. It doesn't say when yet.
I didn't realize there was that many episodes.
Yeah, it doesn't say when, but they are going to be bringing it to Nickelodeon. So,
well, anyways,
It's just people being loud outside.
Yeah.
I guess so. All right, video game news. The video game industry is bigger than both film and music industries.
Not surprising.
The FTC reported last year globally, video games ranked in $170 billion, expected to be $180 billion this year.
This was for 2022?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you had a lot of big games come out that year.
Right. This, however, is, according to BusinessInsider.com, potentially a bad thing for video games. And here's why. Apparently, 87% of video games released in the U.S. before 2010 are critically endangered, meaning that the public domain rules for video games are not the same as film and music.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, games like Metal Gear or Unreal Tournament are basically inaccessible. You just can't find copies of them anymore, and you can't copy them and put them on the internet without stealing them. Until like they change the public access rules for video games like they do for movies and music, those games are going to be difficult to find. There are like some few games that are in like the entertainment library of history or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but they're like Tetris, like obvious classic games. But games that you games that you would have obsessed over as a kid, because video games are very dynamic and to each their own kind of thing. You're not going to find those; they're just gone. 87%. So they're looking to try and change the public domain access for video games, because traditionally movies are around 75 years before it's considered public domain. Like Winnie the Pooh, remember that thing happened? They're looking to change that because the turnover rate for video games is so fast. So probably not. It probably won't happen because entertainment laws are like more concrete than the Constitution. But we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I think it would be cool to have like Nintendo, basically all the Nintendo library be just free access. I think it should be, because
those games are 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean that sounds forever.
They're 40 years old
for video games. Like that's forever for video games. So
yeah, I think the shelf life of a popular video game is what 2 years.
Yeah, but you think about Indiana Jones, which is just about 40 years old. So like that doesn't feel that long ago. But for video games, 40 years is like centuries.
I mean,
Pong to Elden
got
Ring.
their fans and stuff, but there's not very many people that go back to play those old games. So,
well, I don't know. To each their own. If you have an opinion or a video game from your childhood that you want to see preserved in the
Star Fox,
in the video game, library of Congress, the codex, the survival, the sepulcher that survives the human extinction on Earth,
the time capsule.
Yeah. So, but yeah, reach us out on social media. Let us know what you think. If you think that there's some truth to the video games should have a shorter domain period, free domain period. EntertainThisPodcast.com. Yeah. Well, that's it for this news and reviews episode. Tune in next week for the Mitch and Tom special.
Oh yeah, it's special.
Mitch and Tom show.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Goodbye from Mitch.
Bye.
Goodbye from Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Goodbye from me. Hey, goodbye.
Bye, Hayden. Stop. Just stop doing it. You do it on purpose every freaking episode. You're a menace.